Hi my friends, this is your friendly neighborhood yoga teacher. My name is Bonola for Yownn Yoga Studios. I've been receiving a lot of questions around the practice of yoga, especially by beginners, especially by people who are interested but for some reason have reservations or fears about starting. So I decided to take this opportunity to answer your frequently asked questions around yoga. Before we get started, please subscribe and ring the notification bell so that every time we post a new video, you get a notification or an alert. Let's get started. So I put together 10 of the most frequently asked questions, and here they are. Number 1, I'm interested in yoga, but I fear that I'm not flexible enough. So my answer to that is that you don't need to be flexible for you to start yoga. In fact, flexibility is not a prerequisite to starting yoga. It is actually a benefit of practicing yoga consistently. So the more you practice, the more flexible you will become. Question number 2, I've never practiced ever in my life and yoga looks complicated. Will I manage? The answer is yes. Yoga actually mirrors everyday life, everyday movement. You are probably intimidated by the yoga poses you see on social media, on Instagram, the advanced postures that you get to acquire as your yoga journey progresses. But really, you can start small. You can start where you are with what you have, and you will progressively start to see an improvement. So if you are really at the beginning of your yoga journey, we actually did a 7-day yoga program for beginners where we sort of like gently introduce people to yoga for 10 minutes daily. The playlist is available at Yownn Yoga Studios on YouTube, and I will provide a link below so that you can maybe check it out and see if you can try it out. So the more you practice, the better you will get, and the easier the postures will become. Question number 3, I'm too old to start yoga. The answer is no, you're not too old to start yoga. You can actually start yoga at any time or at any age or at any body size. Like I said, you have to start with what you have, start where you are, and you will progress from where you are. There are people who start yoga quite late on in life, and there's what we call yoga for seniors. It's a lot more gentle than perhaps the practice that you would normally see in yoga studios around. But if you're really interested, you'd find that there are classes on YouTube where you can find yoga for the elderly. So like I said, you are not too old to start yoga. Question number 4, can yoga help me lose weight? Can yoga help me lose belly fat? That's one of the most frequently questions that I get asked. Yes, yoga can help you lose weight. So how yoga works really is that you can fine tune it according to your needs. If what you want is to lose weight, you would obviously have to seek classes that are a lot more high intensity, classes that are strength focused, classes that are a little bit more rapid than just your regular yoga classes. And actually, even when you start your yoga journey, when you start moving your body, it starts just transforming from just intentional movement. And yoga actually brings calmness of the mind. It stabilizes your mood swings. It actually, in a way, also help you manage your eating habits, because food is a major factor in terms of weight gain. So what yoga does is that it actually helps you manage your cravings in terms of food. It can actually also help you develop healthy eating habits, because the most important thing about yoga is that it doesn't treat fitness in isolation. It's a holistic experience that focuses on the mind, focuses on the body, focuses on your spirit as well. And the more you practice yoga, the more you will become aware of your body, the more you will become in tune with your body's needs, and the more you will start to actually pay attention to the little cues that your body tells you. And the more you do that, the more you develop a loving relationship with yourself, and the more you would want to, nourish your body by giving it food that is actually beneficial to it. And that will then translate into helping you manage your weight. Number 5, I suffer from anxiety, I suffer from stress, and I understand, or I've heard that yoga can actually help. Is that true? The answer is yes. Yoga can help you manage anxiety, it can help you manage stress, because the more you practice yoga, the more in tune with your body you become. As you move through poses, as you transition through different postures, you have to really tune in. It forces you to tune in internally and be present here in the moment. One important element of yoga is breath work. So the more you utilize your intentional breathing, the more it helps you relax, the more it quietens your mind, and the more zen you will become. Question number 6 of the frequently asked questions: I exercise frequently, so why should I practice yoga? And the answer is, well, actually before I started yoga, I was into exercise. But what I've noticed with exercising frequently is that it does all the good things for your body, like give you strength, improve your total well-being, but it also tends to toughen your muscles. That's how you kind of lose flexibility. So what yoga does is that it elongates your muscles, it gives you flexibility, it provides lubrications for your joints. It provides lubrication for your joints, and it's actually the yin to your yang, which is your exercise. It sort of balances that out. Question number 7 of the frequently asked questions: I get quite frustrated in yoga class because I can't keep up with the breathing cues. The answer is that happens more often than not, especially when you're a beginner. So chances are, as the teacher goes inhale, exhale, chances are you might actually feel out of breath because your capacity or your lung capacity is not yet at the level of the teacher. So what I'd encourage you to do is try to move at your own pace. Try to equalize your inhales and your exhales, but at your own pace. Even as the teacher goes inhale, exhale, just try to at your own pace, and that should be okay. Question number 8 of the frequently asked questions is: what if I fall asleep in shavasana? That is totally normal, especially when you're a beginner. Chances are you will really get knackered throughout after class. Chances are you would feel really knackered after class, and the moment you get into shavasana, which happens to be one of my favorite poses, chances are you might doze off, and that's okay. But the more you practice, the more you will become present even for shavasana. But be patient with yourself. That's the most important. Question number 9 of the frequently asked questions is: how often should I practice yoga? It really depends on your objectives. It depends on what you want to achieve with yoga practice. I would encourage you to start small so that it doesn't get overwhelming. The reason why I decided to do the 7 days of yoga for beginners program and make it 10 minutes per session is because I would like to encourage you to try to practice every day, but start very small. Start maybe with a 10-minute practice and gradually increase so that you can maybe get to 1 hour. I personally practice every day because yoga really nourishes my soul. It helps me live my best life. Question number 10 of the frequently asked questions: where do I get a yoga mat? You can get a yoga mat from in Game City if you're in Gaborone. Anywhere else, I believe you can get it from Chinese shops around town. My very first yoga mat I bought from a Chinese shop by Chopper's Western Bypass. Yes, so that was my first yoga mat. But throughout the years, I've acquired lots of yoga mats from all over the world because I love yoga so much, and I kind of love buying yoga mats. That's it. That was our 10 frequently asked questions. I hope they helped you in some way, and I hope they will make your desire to practice yoga a little bit more intense. And whenever you're ready, you can join us. You can check us out on YouTube, Yownn Yoga, YouTube, and you can try out any one of our classes. Would like to have you. Please remember to subscribe. Please ring the notification bell so that you get a notice every time we post a new video. Namaste, my friends. Thank you.